Should we talk about this? Well, not really. This tragedy is behind us. Let's look at the future. We still don't know. It's too early to know if Luna, with a change of 445% in one day, is making a fake out or a real recovery. Only time will tell. Is it ever possible for this tragedy to recover? In fact, there are many videos on Luna Terra these days. But let's talk about Nano, XNO, a new ticker, because you requested it. Maybe you wouldn't know what is going on right now, what a price prediction, what the future will unfold, of course, regarding the charts, technical analysis. So yeah, if you are into crypto space still, and if Nano interests you, stick around. Thank you for still being a part of this video. Whatever we decide to talk about, this is absolutely worth mentioning. Our fear and greed index is pointing at 9. The level of extreme fear, which is very rarely seen on the charts. You, me, your neighbor, and his grandma are very frightened right now. And yeah, this week was one of the scariest ever in crypto. And I have a few years under my belt regarding the crypto investing and the whole space. So if you entered, I don't know, in the last year or two, this must be devastating to you. But keep in mind one thing, I know you don't believe it from this point, but we will recover. Not every coin to the same extent, but crypto market will again go into the bull run and again looking super strong. The only ingredient you need for this game is patience. Now regarding that coin that you still believe in, Nano coin, I typed in Nano coin into the Google Trends and the results are here. In May of 2021 we have the interest of people at the maximum, of course, no different than almost any other crypto. From that point we were heading into the downtrend, and at this point we are faced with 11. Still a valuation not breaking the downtrend, and of course that is logical. Let's not be on this chart for too long, because regarding that brutal capitulation that we had this week, you couldn't expect much interest in any crypto, especially Nano coin, which is not the star of the game, let's say, or in the eye of the beholder of the average retailer. And this trend line is showing you everything. We are still in a downtrend from the May of 2021. Resistance, of course resistance. When this line broke to the upside, like this, excitement time is on. Before that occurrence, Nano coin will be bearish and it won't get to the levels that you are hoping for. Okay, smack of reality. Now let's look at the big chart and the most important technical analysis, daily chart, XNO. Here it is. Nano every candle is 1 day. Of course, the subject of the video is pretty clear. We're talking about this capitulative move that happened this week. And it doesn't matter that we talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, Nano or blah blah blah. Every candle of every coin is looking scary. Now you are wondering, will the recovery come? Well, maybe we are still in the recovery phase, or maybe the recovery is already coming. Look at this. Let's take a closer look on those daily candles, what's going on. And we are, or let's say we did, formed a bullish pattern. Yes, a bullish pattern in these ugly days. Now, don't get too excited, it doesn't mean anything. But regarding that capitulative move, I don't think there is a lot more fuel for the downside moves in the coming weeks. I think we washed what we had to wash. And I'm talking about the bullish engulfing pattern. This green candle, although it's having a nasty wick to the upside, is significantly bigger than this guy that is having a nasty wick to the downside. This is a bullish engulfing pattern. So sure, if it goes through, the recovery is possible, absolutely. Ask me personally, I don't believe that we will go much lower than those levels, because as I said, there is not enough fuel. Do you know how much fuel, or let's say energy needs to be used for a move like this. A lot. As I said, why would someone leave now in the coming days when they had this capitulative move, when everybody was panicking beyond your beliefs? Have you ever seen a panic like this in the crypto space? I don't think so. Based on that, let's call it a sentimental analysis. I think the bottom is in, or if the bottom is not in, it's pretty close. Okay, let's talk trend lines. Well, if Luna totally kicked you out of reality, yes, this is a downtrend by any means, but we are now, if you take into account that this is a valid trend line that I draw, so far away from it that absolutely, one more time I'm saying, the bounce is pretty probable. So traveling to those levels of around $1.50 could be happening in the coming days, weeks. Let's see that. And if this low of yesterday was really the bottom at around $1 regarding Nano, well, we could be forming that falling wedge, support, 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 resistance, resistance, resistance. So yeah, however you want to call it, we are in for some kind of rally, because this falling wedge could very easily break to the upside. It is a bullish reversal pattern. But where are we going? What are the levels? Here comes the price prediction. Since we are in a very, very definitive downtrend, there's no bullishness around here in any point. My first point that I want to discuss is $1.62 on our way to the upside. So why $1.62? Well, in March you can see that we found a huge supportive stance at that level, which we one more time retested just before the big break. And this week of this candle on 7th of May gave us insight that trouble is on its way. Now, when we come to this level, and I think there is a high possibility in the coming weeks, rest assured it will give us something to talk about. But who knows? The break of that structure that I just gave you could be happening sooner than later. Of course, we're talking about bullish scenarios, which includes patience, but there is always a bear scenario like this one on the cards. Don't be fooled. Until that line of downtrend is broken, there are no high targets to discuss. It's for your own sake. But now I want to give you the ultimate line that we could be traveling in the coming weeks. What is my real price prediction? And it's just pegged to the one exponential moving average 144. Here it is, the big kahuna. And wow, did it show the strength, or it hasn't? Yes, it did. Now on the 4th of April, we tried with this bullish move and were heavily rejected, but 144 exponential moving average, it showed us a heavy downside. And this is my price prediction, $2.50. At the moment, the one is standing at that level. Of course, as the days pass, it will be higher or lower, we'll see. I will stick to it. When we get in those bullish cases that I just gave you to $2.50, we will be faced with the heavy, and I mean heavy rejection. Look at this, look at what happened on the 4th of April. But this is a significant value to the upside, from $1.09 to $2.50. So you got more than double value if you believe in Nano token. I'm referring to the people that are committing itself to buying right now. $2.50 is the new threshold where you will be faced with a heavy resistance. You don't need any longer term price prediction at this point. We are so low and oversold that $2.50, the journey to it, could be lasting a few weeks, not to say months. So yes, at some point we need to meet with our 144 exponential moving average. At what point will that be? It's still too early to tell. People, Nano, whole crypto is in a severe bearish mode. If you decide to buy this coin, or any for that matter, except Terra, we don't know what will that come up. You could be doing very, very good, but you don't have any confirmations of a trend reversal. If you are brave, do that. Buy it now, ride it to $2.50. But if you believe that there is still a possibility, and there is, of a downside moves, stay on the sidelines. And if you want to know what we talked in the previous Nano video that we made a very long time ago, watch this one. Click this guy here and see what was happening in that time and space. Something, I assure you, completely different. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I will just say one thing.